Hey there, I'm Alanis here at Post Everything Fest in LA. We're here with Floral talking to.
What's up? This is Nate from Floral.
Yeah, so how do you feel tonight playing a headlining slot?
Pretty cool. Yeah, Foster hit me up to do this gig, and I live in New York right now,
Mm.
so like flying somewhere to play a gig is kind of like off the table most of the time. But I like looked at the lineup, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I want to play this. So
Fits like a glove.
yeah, super awesome. Like some of the bands I've played with before in like other projects or just with Floral, and it's just like seems like a really great overall fest and good time.
Here,
Yeah.
you can actually clip the mic to your
Oh,
strings right there. I just noticed that.
oh,
Um, no, like your string.
my what?
The strings.
Oh, okay. You can edit this.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, so, because like Floral doesn't do like a ton of shows right now, right?
Not right now. Sorry, I'm gonna try to.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at the moment. It's like yeah, the one-offs are kind of rare. Like if we're gonna play shows nowadays, it's like we're gonna do a whole tour. Like last summer 2025, we did a like an East Coast Florida run with Cloud Chaser, and then the fall 2024 we did a full US with Rob Ford Explorer, and then did Latin America for the first time uh, a few months before that.
How did the Latin America tour go? Because a lot of the songs and like rhythms you incorporate can be like have like feel like some Latin influence on them.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like it's like directly like an influence from that stuff, but like I totally see like why like audiences down there like gravitate towards our music. Like there's a lot of sick instrumental rock down there, and like some of the bands we played with were like, I'm like, wow, I had no idea like this was going on down
Yeah.
here. But the shows rocked. Shout out to like all the promoters that helped us put it on. And it was like something that I never thought we would ever do, and to just like see how stoked people were for us to be there was like super inspiring. Definitely want to go back. Yeah, it was the time of my life. Honestly, it rocked.
Yeah. So I first got into you around like 2015, 2016, with like bands like Battles, Girlfriends, and you guys like that, like mathy, like post rock style of like melody, like of that music. What inspired you to go in that direction?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, like I said, I was like really into like metalcore and like metal. Really like music that was technical was like a big part of my life growing up, and just like finding things that were kind of like next level, you
Yeah.
know. And there was always like most of that type of music that's like technically advanced or whatever in rock like gravitates towards like heavier genres, you know. So like tech death and like necrophagist and all that sort of stuff. But I was really into like melodic stuff, you
Yeah.
know, even like on the metal side, like At the Gates or something like that. And then like when I found sort of like math rock bands like early Chon or like um yeah, like Girlfriends and stuff, I'm like, oh, you can do this sort of technical music without having to be like heavy necessarily, and that was kind of like changed my brain chemistry a little bit.
Okay.
There's this band Invalids that we've been lucky enough to play with and be friends with and stuff, but they were like a huge kind of like watershed moment for the stuff that I wanted to make, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Were you ever into like any of like the heavier mathcore bands like Daughters, Hella, Dillinger?
Totally. Yeah. Definitely a huge Dillinger Escape Plan fan. Um, yeah. From
Can you calculate infinity?
no. Well, at least I can't. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I don't feel as though like I'm a particularly like insane guitarist. Like, especially compared to like some of the people that I just mentioned.
Sure.
But I do like figuring stuff out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like figuring out stuff that's like too hard at first, and then like you do it enough and you get good. Um, and like it feels good to like do something that you weren't able to do before or something. But then like more so than like the shredding aspect, like I like the the compositional aspect of that style of music, where it's like more linear, more like sort of tricky stuff going on with the song structures. Like it's like very like ADD brain kind
Yeah.
of stuff, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So like you kind of took a little bit of a break between the two EPs you released and then
Yeah.
your full length in 2020. And then as of recently, you've done work with like Chase USA, Woodpecker. Do you see yourself more so going into like working with more featured related artists and stuff like that?
Yeah, and that's actually something I'd really like to do more. I yeah, I really enjoy that workflow, just sort of like making music outside of like the kind of like musical worlds that I've established for myself, and like using my skill set to like achieve someone else's vision. Working with Chase was super awesome and continues to be super awesome. I've done some uh, guitar for this band After, LA based band, good friends from like way back, and some other stuff that is hopefully gonna come out soon. We played guitar on some of Gene Dawson's songs from his record like a few years ago. Is this gonna pick that
No,
up?
it'll be
Okay,
fine.
cool. um, but yeah, I love working with other people. I love like playing guitar on people's stuff. I'm like really into music production and like have been for about as long as I've been playing guitar. It's just not something that I've been rewarded for necessarily in the same way as like playing in bands.
Yeah.
So, but the more of that stuff I get to do, like the happier and more well-rounded I feel. Like I really love working on other people's stuff. So I'm hoping to do more of that in the future for sure.
Yeah, and it's especially interesting with like seeing you work with Chase because like I'm mutual with him on TikTok, and like even earlier this year, Girlfriends had a song that got popular as like a TikTok sound.
Right.
Do you think your style helps lend itself to like collaborating with more short form related artists? Because like how fast paced and like catchy it is right away.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, well, just like this style of music and guitar playing. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You can like put the chair in front of it, maybe.
Nah.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like this style of music and guitar playing has sort of been like digested a little bit in culture now. Whereas like when I first started out, we'd play a show and I'd be like playing electric finger style and like tapping, and people would be like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
But now it's like there's kind of been like a little bit of a viral moment, and like you have people like Breakins or whatever like incorporating that type of playing like into their music, and they're like super popular and stuff. So I think people see it more as just like this is what guitar playing is in 2025, or like at least a version of it. There's like so many different things on the table now. And then like with Chase, just seeing someone incorporate this style, like emo Midwest kind of guitar playing in the way that he does, which is something that I never would have even like expected ever. Like especially like 10 years ago when we were starting out, it's like that sort of crossover of sounds would have never like crossed my mind. And it's just like that's what's super inspiring to me about that stuff. It's just like, oh wow, like you can just do whatever and like make it work, you know?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And like you mentioned like these like how you could like not perceive like you couldn't see some of these styles maybe coming together like a decade ago.
Yeah.
Now that you kind of have that sight, what like looking forward, what are some weird combinations you think you can make along the way now? Now that it seems like the floodgates have opened up, maybe. Oh hey, like cause like at this fest in particular, you have a lot of like bands like Sheerling playing today, a lot of like bands that just push the boundaries of like everything.
Yeah.
What do you think might be something that you could see yourself mixing with or challenging yourself to mix in?
You know, like some sort of like math rock IDM or something, you know, like
Mathy Aphex one?
yeah, like more IDM in the cultural consciousness would be great. Like, you know, I'm like a huge like Aphex Twin Autechre Musician Snares fan. And like that with like guitar or something. And there's already people doing stuff like that, but like, you know, sometimes it's just like takes one person to do it like in a way that just works, you know?
honestly, something that's popped in my mind, like cyber grind is kind of on the rise
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah.
I could see like you working with like a cyber grind artist and having like a really clean section in the middle,
Sure,
where then
yeah.
it kind of like goes from like the heavier side of things to like the cleanness, then back to heavy.
Yeah.
Like yeah, there's I
Yeah,
mean,
Cybergrind back 2026. Let's bring it back.
oh dude, it's back in full swing. Shout out to James from Blind Equation.
Blind equation.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like I think the right now, especially the world of like band like post rock is especially like on the rise right now.
Really?
I mean, like
delay post rock, you think?
I think so. Like Godspeed is playing massive venues now. Like I
Yeah.
saw him play a 3,000 room sold out show in Chicago. Explosions in the Sky
That's
headlines
awesome.
festivals. This Will Destroy You is pretty big.
One of our first like overseas gigs, Arctangent 2016. Uh, Godspeed was like headlining that year,
so sick.
and we got to like just like watch Godspeed for free. It was sick. Just hang out at the festival. Yeah.
They might be the greatest live band I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were so good,
Like,
unbelievably good.
Yeah, I have a Godspeed tattoo. I've seen him 5 times. Like every time I see him, I'm just like, and also I got to meet Ephraim one time.
That's
and
crazy.
He was like almost not even a person. He was like an entity of righteousness.
Yeah.
Like-
well, the music is so impersonal sounding in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a force of nature.
Well, one of the
you
things I
know?
asked him, I was like, hey, so like, how do you feel like putting this messaging out there because it really resonates and helps people. He's like, I'm just a medium for the music, and it's
so
like,
sick.
it's like the most like selfless thing to say, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, and not in like I'm God's gift to earth, but just like I'm glad you're hearing it.
Yeah, like I can't speak on this because I don't even have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
It's like when Marvin Gaye was asked about writing What's Going On, he said he's not the one writing it, it's God was writing for him.
yeah. Channeling.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So, do you think more events like this Post Everything Fest are going to gain more traction now? Now that more of these like niche genres are kind of gaining momentum.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. Like, I think like post COVID, there's been a huge rise of just DIY stuff in general. Mainly, at least from what I've noticed, it's mainly around like hardcore and like Screamo kind of adjacent stuff. But in the same way that I kind of had like a heavy music time of my life and then kind of branched out into other stuff, I feel like that will happen for like other people too, maybe. I mean, maybe not. Like Screamo's awesome, hardcore's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. But it's like, yeah, there's so much more music in DIY than just that. And this festival is like a really good, I think, representation of just like DIY in general right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I hope there's more kind of mixed bill stuff like this because I love playing these types of shows. I love playing shows that's more than just like a math rock show,
Yeah.
but a show that's just like niche DIY music in general. And that's part of why I'm so stoked to be here, to just kind of be seen as that rather than just like in a pigeonholed genre, you know? Like that's really what I feel like we're doing is DIY music.
Oh, absolutely. So final question: what is the Floral song you're most proud of?
Ooh, that I'm most proud of? Ooh. Oh, well, that's out. That's out. Probably like, I don't know, like I really like This Year from our last record. Like I wrote that song. I was talking to Greg about this the other day, but that song was written in like 3 days. Last song on the record, and it felt like it just kind of wrote itself. And like I'm like, oh wow, like I did that. That's great. It feels cool. Yeah.
So you hinted there that there's some unreleased stuff on the way.
There's new music. There's new music being written. It's a lot of it is done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you working with similar producers or yourself again?
So far it is a self-directed effort, and
Okay.
but that is TBD, I guess. You know, I don't want to say too much about it, but so far it's like I've been really trying to do things myself a lot. Like with my other band, Fake Pollux, like we self-record everything, self-mix it, self-release, and I'm trying to bring that workflow kind of the floral also, just because like I feel very capable of doing it. But we'll see. You know, if I have to go into the studio to like, you know, there's people that I want to work with for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you so much for doing this, and I
Hey,
can't wait
thank
to see
you.
you play tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Thanks.
Yeah.